Welcome or welcome back to Awake and Bake, where we get high vibes and talk about the universe. I'm your host, Danny. As always, this episode is another smoke with me, so I need you to have something to drink because I will not be responsible for you hooker whores being dehydrated. I am drinking out of my fake Stanley Barbie pink water bottle. And then make sure that you have something to puff on. I am hitting this Delighted disposable. It's some kind of indica. Can't remember the strain. You know the deal. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. And if you know me, you know that I'm a deep thinker. I overanalyze everything. I think too deeply. Or maybe some of y'all think too shallowly. And that is what I have been fucking up to lately. We all know that I've been going on for about 2 months now about how I feel like the veil was lifted and like I have this new and negative feeling about humanity. And I don't like that. So this episode, I was like, God damn, universe, I'm fucking tired of this. What is the message? And she humbled me. She laughed at me. She said, I told you once, bitch. If I told you once, I told you twice. I told you 1,000 motherfucking times. She is right. I have received 2 messages from friends who just said exactly, honestly, what I needed to hear and help me kind of reframe a couple things that were just weighing me down. Like I said, I've been kind of feeling negative in terms of like humanity, like my outlook on humans and feeling like are more of them bad than good. Like that fucking sucks. So one of my friends recently said something while we were hanging out and, we were talking a little bit of shit, but they said something that was so considerate of the other person. And they were like, well, I just don't think that they have that many spoons. Like, I feel like every day they just don't have that many spoons. And I was like, okay, so I'm a bitch. Okay, so I'm a mean bitch. Okay, so I'm ableist. Like, okay, now look, the problem is this person, like all people, has layers to them. They're a fucking onion ass Shrek, okay? So I still believe that there are a lot of qualities to that person that I think are negative. However, my friend really ate with that comment because you're so right. Like, I don't need to assume that I know this person's entire fucking life and why they are the way that they are. I don't. Like, yeah, cut a bitch some slack. Give the bitch the benefit of the doubt sometimes. Sometimes. Like, maybe they just don't have enough spoons. Because, bitch, I don't have enough spoons. As someone on the autism spectrum, I don't have enough spoons all the time. Like, for things that other people are like, that takes like half a spoon for me. I'm like, girl, that's 4. So, how many do you have? Take a hit real quick. So then today I'm talking to one of my other friends, right? And then they said something like, well, I've kind of just gotten really good at understanding which people in my life genuinely deserve the benefit of the doubt, like before I just like get pissed or before I assume the worst or before I cut them off, essentially, is like what we were talking about. Now look, same, but maybe I could chill a little. Maybe just because I can recognize the negative patterns in someone doesn't mean I need to go looking for them necessarily. I don't know, but I just was kind of like, is that another hint from you, universe? Are you trying to send me a message right now? Because I feel like you are. And you know what? Pause. Before I go any further, I know that I'm not perfect and I'm not talking about you can't make mistakes. You can't have opinions that are different than mine. I just feel like, and I've talked about this many times, go to literally any of my most previous videos since like the election. I am just feeling like I don't know who to trust. Like I can't trust a lot of people and like maybe these people aren't safe people anymore. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm like, oh, actually, like, you're the most evil person in the fucking world. And shout out to the few of you who commented on the last video talking about, like, you have a lot of fire signs in your chart. And that's why you're the feisty kind of way that you are about, like, social justice or even, like, standing up for yourself, setting boundaries to the point where it almost comes off petty. And, yeah, Leo rising. My Mars is in Sagittarius. Just saying you mix the fire of, like, the Leo and the Sag with my like air sign Libra that's just gonna fan that fire and that's just gonna be like, well, justice is served, is it not? And when I'm thinking about all of this, like the message is coming from source but my own opinions and the things that have been like reaffirmed to me, it was giving duality. It was giving like literally just like so much duality. And I was like, I guess that could be the message. I don't want it to be. So I was like, universe, I'm gonna pull tarot. Do you have any message for me? Anything that you're like, this is why this is all happening, or this is how it's going to end, or you like keep your head up, whatever. I feel like I've been asking the universe that a billion times. And she also thinks that. She let me know that. Take a hit, and then I'm going to tell you how the universe, when I asked for a message, she snapped at me. She schooled me with my own self. We'll get into it. Take a hit. So, bitch, I pulled tarot, right? And I was like, tell me what this season is meant for. This season of life where I am just feeling like confused, conflicted. Is the veil really lifted? Am I seeing things for what it really is? Or am I having like a negative outlook on things? Like, what's going on? She said, bitch, first of all, I pulled tarot, right? I pulled the tower and then I pulled the star, right? Fucking next to each other. Okay, I get it. Loud and clear. Everything's going to fall apart. Shit's going to hit the fan. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be destruction. but it has to be that way so that we can rebuild because something beautiful is going to come from it. It's basically despair turned hope. So, bitch, like I'm taking these notes, right? And then I flip to a page in my notebook, and then a different note that I had written that had like been continued on a separate page literally just said, two things can be true at once, which I was just thinking, is it a duality situation? Because I don't want it to be. There's literally smoke flying around me right now. And I was like, damn, universe, like, are you sure? Because I feel like I'm just like answering my own questions at this point with like low key intuition. I don't know. I just felt like maybe I was like, look, I don't know. I was overthinking, right? It's basically like I was getting all these answers and I was like, that can't be the answer. Then, for no reason, one of my own YouTube videos, the one that I just recently uploaded, starts playing on my fucking phone. And it's the part where I literally said, sometimes the universe is giving me the answer, but I just don't want to listen. Okay, heard. Message received, loud and clear. I might not listen to the universe, bitch, but I'll listen to myself. And now I think I know what the problem is. I've been trying really hard. I'm like, okay, well, what's the meaning? What's the meaning? And then I've been wondering, how do I fix it? How do I stop it? Maybe I'm not meant to stop it. Maybe I can't fix it. Maybe I have to just do my part, play my part, and just know that this season of life has a purpose and to write it out. And it'll be easier to write it out if I focus more on the people that I love. Okay, fine, universe. You make a fucking point. You always do, bitch. Take a hit. Honestly, I feel a little bit more at peace now. I feel like I just had that last little part of the epiphany on camera, right, with y'all. That's, oh my God, look at us. We are so high vibe. Do you feel better? Because I feel better. Thanks for listening to me, app. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your grandma, and as always, stay high.